It's October 18th. It's the day before my birthday. It's early in the morning. And I am sitting here in the quiet, watching the sun come up. I have the windows cracked. It's cool outside. I may go outside on the patio and drink some coffee. I'm not sure, but I think today's a good day to write down my plans for my new year. Tomorrow's my birthday. I'll turn 54. And here I am, still on this healing journey. Y'all, the healing journey does not look like peace and self-love and pouring into yourself, and it does look like that, but that's only half the time. For me, a lot of time it is me walking around the house talking to myself, playing back scenarios in my head, things that happened, things that I just am romanticizing, things that didn't happen, things that didn't happen the way that I'd like to remember them, things that trigger me, reminding myself that, you know, there's something great about to happen, that I'm gonna find my person, that, you know, all of this is setting me up for greater. It's the healing journey looks a lot like playing devil's advocate and going back and forth. A lot of thinking so much that I just want to go lay down and take a nap. A lot of getting on the phone with friends and my sisters and talking about the same scenarios over and over again, and trying to justify in my head, or maybe if I tell the story, I can figure out how, you know, an aha, like, yeah, that's where things took a turn, or really just telling the story to justify why I am so angry and hurt and confused. And I've been treated awful in my marriage. Awful. I put up with a lot that I can't even talk about, just emotionally. And despite all of that, it's been 27 years. And people talk about my relationship like I dated someone for a few months and they were a horrible person, and, you know, just forget about him. This is more than half of my life. Almost all of my adult life. So sometimes just being a listening ear and not telling me how I should be feeling, or and it's all out of love. I know it's all out of love. It's all out of, you know, Team Chrissy, but sometimes it's not helpful. Because no, I mean, yes, I do feel that way. I feel like, forget about that man, and I'm moving on, and no turning back, and all of that. Yeah, that's a lot of it. That's it. But then there is, it's holiday time, or Like right now, I am supposed to be on a cruise. Actually, right now, I'm supposed to be on a cruise with my husband for my birthday that he planned and paid for. And I am not, I'm sitting in my living room right now, so just leave it at that. But the healing journey does not look like journaling and yoga and pouring into yourself and self-love and affirmations and eating right and doing right and getting fit and just pour into yourself. That's not realistic. Not for me anyway. I wish it were all of that. I wish that was all the feels that I was feeling, was all the, you know, I'm just going to wash that man right out of my hair, and I'm going to pull out my journal, and I'm going to wake up every morning and set positive intentions for the day and move forward and eat healthy and, you know, think positive thoughts and block out all the negative energy. I wish that it was just that. It's not, that is not it for me. Because as you can see, I'm sitting over here, as I do often still, crying, triggered. And I think what triggered me this morning is me realizing, wait a minute, you're supposed to be on a cruise like yesterday, and you are in your living room, and you are yet so I want to show more of what I want to show more of what the healing journey looks like for me. I'm not saying that everyone who is healing from whatever, a broken heart, a failed relationship, and it doesn't have to be a marriage, it could be any type of relationship or whatever, a failed relationship. I'm not saying that everyone's healing process is like mine, and that, you know, it's a struggle. Even years into it, it's still a struggle. But I want to document my real healing journey because I'm sure someone else can relate it. And I don't want to just come on here and be crying and depressed. And I'm not depressed right now, y'all. I'm just, you know, I go through the motions. I get sad, I get glad. Right now is a sad moment. It's not going to ruin my whole day. I'm going to laugh today. I'm going to go on. I'm not going to get in the bed and curl up. I'm not there. But, you know, this morning I'm up bright and early and I haven't turned the TV on. I made some coffee. And I just have been like in my head this morning and was not going to pick up the camera. I don't like anyway. So I do want to share my healing journey, my living alone diaries, my this, my that, my all of that. I want to share my life with you. Right now, life is good. My neighbors are up. Well, let me get myself together and I'll call y'all back. I think I'm going to start a new series. I know y'all are like, girl, how many series you gonna start and then stop? I think the Living Alone Diaries is the one that lasted the longest, but I've come up with different series, y'all. But honestly, I think I'm gonna start a new series, and it's going to be the Healing Diaries, and it's gonna be real, not the fluff stuff, not the curated healing, the real healing. Cause and I'm not saying that other people showing. Where is he going with his trash? Is there a different trash can that's closer? If I walk through that, walk all the way to the back of this building. Well, no. Anyway, this is too hot. I'm not saying that anyone else showing their healing journey is putting on for the camera and making it look, just romanticizing the healing process. I'm not saying that. Some people may have it that damn easy, but I'm sharing my healing process, and everybody's healing is not going to be yoga and Pilates and pouring into yourself, self-love and affirmations and you are enough. That's not everyone's, that don't get it for everybody. And although all of that gets it for me, but that's not it. That's not what makes, if that were it, I wouldn't be on a journey. I'd be healed. It'd be just done. Like, for real. The journey is the highs and the lows, and the lows can get real low. We don't show that. So when people are healing, I think that they are feeling like maybe they're not really healing, because when they see an example of healing, it looks a whole lot different than what is going on in reality for them. So, y'all, it's just because nothing against anyone, I did it too, but it's just because they're not showing you the real. They're not showing you walking around here going back and forth with yourself, or the times when you're like, okay, well, you feel so bad about yourself that you're like, I see why. I see why they walked away. I burnt my mouth on coffee yesterday that I'm still affected, and here I am again with this piping hot cup of coffee trying to drink it. Girl, let it cool off. But yeah, so on here I really just want to show the real about what's going on. Yesterday, so I got some lights from Amazon for the bush in the nest. I have the lights all strung up. Why are they not coming on? I'm not pressing the power button. It's solar charged. Aren't you getting some? Does it got to be the sun? Or can it be just light? Where's the other? And this bush is very, very sticky. Ouch! Oh no, it fell down in there. It's ending, and this is a very, very sticky bush, and my damn receptor fell down in the bush. But I see it, I just can't. It's ouch! Damn it. It's nestled in here. It is very sticky. You don't see what I can't get to it. Back on it. Really, I'm going through all that and all I had to do. But anyway, let's see. Does it have to be dark outside? Well, hopefully tonight they will light up and hopefully they're not done. But anyway, all of this has little fairy lights. We will test it out tonight. Actually, I had it on last night, but when I got up this morning and it was still dark outside, they were off. So hopefully they're not done already. But So y'all, I'm getting ready to head out. I have a few errands to run today. First thing I have to do is go to a health screening. An old coworker and good friend of mine now goes around to different like churches and stuff, and they have health screening. So I'm going to go get my health screening done first. Then I'm going to go to Old Navy. I need to return something at Old Navy. I need to go to the UPS store and return something that came from Amazon. Y'all, yesterday. See, this is my problem. These cookies are so, I think I paid like $23 for this tin of cookies, and these are butter pecan meltaways by David's. These cookies are so good. That's my problem, but I'm trying to eat them in moderation. I'll make a cup of coffee or something like that and have maybe 3 or 4 cookies at a time. So, I mean, that's not, you can't deprive yourself of everything. But anyway, all right, we're gonna head out and y'all are hanging out with me today, so let's go. I'm all done with the health screening. Got my blood taken, got my weight taken, height, I'm still 5'3". And I got a little goodie bag. We'll look and see what kind of stuff we got in there. So now I'm on my way to Old Navy. Hopefully the directions to get me home are a lot smoother than me getting here, because Lord have mercy, it took me, I'm like, I'm right here over Georgia Avenue. Why did I go that long, drawn out way? Okay, let's go. It is much later. Y'all did go with me today, but I left y'all in my purse like almost the whole time. But I got Old Navy out the way. I didn't buy anything while I was in there. I just made my return and left. I got the Amazon order returned. I came home, had something to eat, and just kind of been like chilling all day. Right now, my son-in-law's on his way over because I bought from Amazon. Y'all know I have a back door, which is really like a front door for me. I bought a screen that you can hang up so I can have that door open and the mosquitoes won't get in, and I can get good air. So he's getting ready to come over and put that up for me. And soon it'll be getting dark and we can see if these lights are actually working. They've been getting sun all day long, so there's no reason why they aren't charged up. And I think I probably can't see them because it's still light outside. But when my son-in-law gets here to put up the screen. I'll show you how it looks when it's finished. I'm sure you've seen one before, but you want to see mine. And here we have it. The lights are working, so it's all good. They have different modes, so I can make them twinkle, I can have them straight or whatever, but yeah. And my son-in-law put my screen up so that bugs can't fly in. Echo, turn on the light. Well, now I can keep the door open and get some air. We like that. We like it. Alright, so it was a pretty productive day. I got my returns made. I got my health screening done. I got my screen put up. My lights are working. It's a good day. And now, do I have coffee left? If I don't have coffee, I'm gonna make some coffee. Oh, what are these? So these are the ties, so you can, yeah. So these are the ties that you put on. How does this go? So I can hold them back. Do I peel this off? Not sure how this goes. These are straps, and I think that you can open up the screen and hold each side back, but I'm not sure how that attaches. I'm not doing that anyway. So yeah, we got all that done. I think I am going to make a cup of coffee, and then, ooh, look at that big ass spider. So I think I'm gonna make a cup of coffee and sit outside and enjoy the twinkling lights and the night air and think about what I want this next year to look like, because it starts tomorrow.